How's it going, guys? In me OVA, and today we are having a movie review on Backrooms. Me, my girlfriend, some homies want to go watch it last night. It's pretty good. This is going to be, I don't do spoiler free, cause I don't mind spoilers, but if you dislike spoilers, you should probably leave right now. The therapist, Mary, she was overprotected by her mom, and her mom was having issues. I'm assuming, they don't go over in the movie, but I'm assuming the mom has seen the Backrooms, and that's why she's a little fucked up. Mary's right here having therapy with the main character, a guy named Clark. Clark owns a little furniture store. It's not working out too well. He's recently divorced, and his life is just spiraling down. It's all downhill from there. Throughout the movie, you see him going to these therapy sessions, trying to get better, trying to just improve on himself. But then he enters. He goes downstairs in his shop, and through a wall, he enters the back rooms, which is phenomenal. I'm not gonna lie. I really like they just got straight into it. After that, he explored a little bit of the back rooms, he finds out there's a creature in there that's trying to hunt him down, and that's like, dude, that was pretty good. It wasn't. I wouldn't say it was scary, but it got you going. Like, when is this creature? When are we seeing this creature? So after he escapes the back rooms for the first time, he draws up a map. He makes a plan. He basically, it's on a wall. The downstairs room, it's on a wall, and he maps out where the door is. He maps out the whole layout of what he's explored, and he tells his therapist about it. Of course, the therapist is like, yeah, I want to believe you, but no, she's basically like calling him crazy. What he does is he goes to his assistant manager, whose name is Kat. He's all like, hey, you and this other guy, I'll pay y'all overtime if y'all help me explore the back rooms. But he's trying to keep it secret, like, yeah, we gotta go do this. Kind of scummy, honestly, when you think about it. Gotta explore this really creepy place down in my basement in my store. They agree, so they go. Long story short, Kat and the other dude don't make it out alive. Clark, he goes missing, and back to Mary, which is the therapist. The therapist goes and finds what Clark was talking about. So she enters the store. The store was wide open, and there's no customers, by the way. No customers enter his store. But she goes downstairs and to find his whole freaking map, his whole little Venn diagram of the place. And it's crazy, I'm not gonna lie. When she looked at it, it looks like she's been there before. So I'm assuming Mary has, throughout the movie, it was there was little backstory of her, which I tried piecing together. It was a little confusing. Like I said, from my understanding, her mom had went through it, gone crazy. That's pretty much the whole backstory, if that makes sense. Keep in mind, the backgrounds, the how they set it up, I really enjoyed it. It was really the actual area, it was really dope. It looked exactly like in the video game. So she goes and tries to find Clark. She finds this mural of what Clark painted, and Clark's like, oh, the guy's coming for us. Clark knocks her out. Clark puts her in a chokehold, knocks her out, takes Mary. So now it's Clark in a room. It's Clark, Mary, and these three. It's really wild because as soon as Clark's there and talking to Mary, he's like, put on the wig. Here, put on this wig, and he scalps the distorted lady's hair, and puts the red hair on Mary. At this point, Clark's freaking crazy. He's delusional. He's gone. There's no saving him, man. He has a little at-home therapy session with Mary, who is acting as his wife. He stabs the distorted guy that's sitting next to them on this table. He stabs him, and he's like, look, they don't feel pain. It's cool. He's like, we can also eat him. And then he cuts a piece of him, and it's just it's like marshmallow. That's what it looks like. I feel like Clark was gone at that point. After they're talking a little, the entity Clark was running away from in the beginning shows up, only to be a distorted version of Clark himself. Pirate Clark. Meanwhile, the distorted figures are getting scared. The distorted lady's trying to run, is running to a wall. Here's the part that I was like, what the heck? So when Clark meets his backroom self, the backroom self just eats him at that point. He was like, hey, big guy. And the distorted version of him picks him up, hugs him, and then just bites his shoulder. And I was like, how come he didn't do that in the beginning? How come? Why is he now? Why the switch up? I'm like, Clark was already caught by this guy. Well, apparently they were friends. But as soon as Mary came in, the pirate Clark is just I don't get it. Anyways, Mary gets free, runs away. The chase scene was really nice. I really enjoyed it. After the whole chase scene, ends up in the distorted world of Clark's shop, finds a little room in the corner of the distorted store, runs through it, and she gets gassed by these people in these yellow. I think there was one in another color suit too. They end up bringing her back after she gets knocked out unconscious. That sucks. She just keeps getting freaking like smacked around. And she's right there in the doctor's office, gets well, and then goes to like this little interrogation room. And on the way to the interrogation room, you see Pirate Clark in the background, also getting like fixed up, I guess, because Mary did break his leg. Mary then goes into this room, but there's a doctor there, like, hey, I need you to tell me about the back rooms. And Mary's like, what happens if I don't? What's gonna happen to me? What happens to me if I do tell you? And it's like, the doctor's like, that's not up to me. That's not up to me at all. And then the movie ends with Mary just right there, just a distorted version of Mary, sitting in that same chair, in the room, alone. And that's where the movie ends. Personally, I loved almost everything about it. Like, the pacing was good. I love that we went straight into the action. The storytelling was a little put the pieces together. The ending I was a little confused on. I'm like, my homie was just like, it just enters an entire, like, it's just a loop. It just loops around. In the sense of like how they described it in the movie was Backroom is the lower you get, it's a more distorted version of the previous like floor, I guess you could say. There was no character development at all for Clark. Clark just like went down this drain. I think he ended up killing Kat. Kat was in the fridge in the room with the table when he was with Mary. Kat and the other guy did not deserve that. They were minimum wage employees, dude. Me and my homie were talking about like they could have done. We feel like they could have done a better job with Pirate Clark. It felt a little too CGI, if that makes sense. I love the aesthetic of the back room too, like the back room and Clark's shop being almost parallel, like 101. That was really cool. Dude, this movie was just all over the place. I really enjoyed it. I'd say it did what it did. As a Backrooms movie, I didn't know what to expect. I just knew we're gonna see the Backrooms. That's it. That's all I went in with. I'd watch it again. I said I'd give it like between a 6 and 7 out of 10. So like, let's say a 6.5 out of 10. I could rewatch it a few times. That's my movie review. Thank you guys for watching. That's been me, Omi VA. I'll see y'all in the next video. Have a good day. Have a good night. Wherever you're at. See you later.